They are going to be looking to deal C9 their first loss tomorrow.
2 wins in 2 different ways, but FlyQuest looked just as good in each of them. Game 1 was a very tough one, and FlyQuest showed that, you know what, we can play from behind it and make the right play. And then it just felt like P1 were a little desperate, a little defeated, and just couldn't recover after that first one. A fresh team, they're going to need to continue to play together and build up that strength throughout the season, but the leadership on this team, the experience on their players, and just the attitude they have when it comes to any game. Like you said, make the winning play. They did that in both of these games in 2 different situations, and certainly the real deal.
They certainly did. They just looked so good here. I think that the mid Jace worked out very, very well for High. I like it a lot. I talked about it a couple times, but paired with the Maokai, it seems great. The bot lane duo showing up big time, Moon showing up big time. Really everyone for FlyQuest this game looked great. And that's what happens when the whole team looks good, the whole team smashing, you get a game like this. And they really just devastated P1. That's a tough loss to swallow, as they're dealt another loss here. And, you know, their place in the standings is not nearly as secure as it was not too long ago.
No, and again, like, we're starting to get everyone through the first phase of that round robin. Every team will start to play every team, and we keep throwing questions at FlyQuest, and they keep having answers. Can they beat top 4 teams? Okay, well, they have now. They picked off P1, sure. Tests are still to come in C9 and TSM, but like you said, C9 will be on notice. If they weren't taking the game seriously, and I'm sure they were moving into tomorrow, they have even more attention to pay now after that.
I mean, especially Game 2. Game 1 was incredible just because they were able to come back, but Game 2 looked like, holy crap, this is a good team. They got massive leads in all areas. They pushed the pace of the game. They closed it out very fast. There's almost nothing to pick apart about Game 2, right? Game 1, you can be like, oh, well, they shouldn't have got behind. But even once behind, they still battled back, and they were able to be resilient enough to win. So super impressive series here from FlyQuest, and a frustrating one from P1, especially when they were so far ahead in Game 1, couldn't close it out.
And I love from Fly in that second game is they just did it their own way, you know? A very strong poke comp, nearly out of the jungle, which not a lot of teams are playing. Jin Jace, not like kind of the Varus Corki you might expect. Building a comp that works for them, that they were very clearly very successful with, and they just have so many pages in the playbook. That's the only way I can put it.
And it's really cool to see, because it's like they obviously have their own way to play the game and their own way that they think about the game, whether it's the matchups or the best champions or pick priority. They have their own set of ideals or rules that they're going by. And more teams are kind of realizing, hey, this is actually working. You have to kind of take notice of FlyQuest, and will more teams start to emulate them? We see that of C9, we see that of TSM. Do more people start to try to pull out the FlyQuest playbook and see how it works for them?
Well, it's working pretty well for them so far, so maybe. But for more on that 2-0 Fly win, let's check in with Zyrene and Fly's jungler.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Yes, I'm here with Moon from FlyQuest. First off, Moon, I want to go back into the game for a second. Game 1, you guys were down. It was actually 0 turrets to 8 at one point, and then you guys came back. And so you've played in the LCS for a little while now. You've actually played over a year worth of games. What has been the biggest difference playing on FlyQuest from behind from the teams that you've been on previously?
Playing one behind on FlyQuest is so nice because High just knows like what to do, or like everything, like the smallest details to make sure you're minimizing what you're losing, or to try to get like a random kill somewhere or something like that. Even in scrims, it's really nice. Compared to NRG, like we didn't have everyone in English, so this is obviously like an insane difference.
And you guys seem to have some really great synergy on that team. There's been some memes popping up about High Moon synergy going on in that mid jungle. What have been your thoughts on the attention that you've been getting as a player, and also your overall performance this split?
I think me and High have good synergy because in scrims we just suicide together. in scrims we'll both be like 0-5, and it's like, wow, nice. It's like, oh, Moon, don't worry, I'm 0-5 too. Like, or Moon, don't worry, I have more deaths than you. In scrims we just kind of test our limits a lot, and I think on stage like we're really smart, so it works out.
That's awesome to hear about. But you guys are going to be going up against Cloud9 looking forward tomorrow. So I want to ask you about that matchup, because you weren't really involved in the history, but your team has been, the preparation. What would walking away with a win mean for you and the team?
I'm excited because I feel like there's not much pressure for me, but I feel like for everybody else, there's going to be a shit ton of pressure. So I'm excited to like perform and just like shit on everyone, I guess. We'll see. We'll see. I think it should be a really good close series. We're both really good. I think we're both 6-1 now. So hoping for 3 games, exciting games.
They haven't lost yet, actually. They're
Oh, they
still
haven't lost.
yeah,
Right, yeah.
didn't lose. So going in against the undefeated team, but also final question here, jungler that you'll be going up against, Contracts. Last time you played Contracts, you actually lost 2-3 Challenger Series finals, and you guys didn't end up walking away with the win there. So what are your thoughts on Contracts, his rookie split, and also that matchup you'll be having against him?
Contracts is playing super well. C9, he has a lot of veterans and stuff. I played with Impact personally. I know he's like a super good teammate. The thing is, when we lost to them, when I lost to him in Challenger, we picked Rammus support by accident. That won't happen again, so we should win.
All right, thank you very much, Moon. Congratulations. Good luck tomorrow as well. And now we're going to throw it over to the desk to close that one out.